Hello and welcome to GPL Express here on TV3. It's already match day 2 of the Ghana Premier League, but we are already spoiled for so much this season. My name is Juliet Bewa, and this show, as always, and for 3 seasons running, your most insightful and authoritative guide on the Ghana Premier League. And tonight, we are going to be heavy on Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Baba Yara Sports Stadium, as well as Accra Great Olympics. Stay with us. Coming up in the next 30 minutes, the Ashanti region is still a bastion of heavy commercial football activity. The Baba Yara Sports Stadium has been revamped in time for a renewed Kotoko season. And Maxwell Abekwe goes big early in the day at Great Olympics. So it's 2 wins in 2 games for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and what a time it is to be a fabulous fan. It's been raining a great dose of porcupine flavor, and the feeling is definitely a good one. Hatterwalk are still winless in 2 games, while Great Olympics handed Accra Lions a taste of first-tier football with a 3-1 win. Here are some highlights from match day 2.
A very tense and frustrating morning it was for fans as they queued to buy match tickets, but with the hope for victory on a match day. The stadium was ready, security and all other arrangements were in place. Gates were open at 11 a.m. Fans purchased their tickets, and as they walked through the turnstiles to go and occupy their seats, they got their snacks and predicted victory for Kotoko.
I've really missed Asante Kotoko, especially coming back to Baba Yara Sports Stadium. It's been almost 2 years. I have not set my eyes on my team.
Team improvement is na yakwana bibi update me ayi. Tell born the team the person ni shebe 3 goals na bi.
Kotoko arrived at the stadium, and the tense moment began from warm-up until the 85th minute. Isaac Opon, once again, the savior. He won a penalty which was perfectly dispatched by Captain Abdul Ganiyu Ismail.
Ganiyu steps forward. Here is Ganiyu, and he scores brilliantly. Kotoko up by 1-0. Expertly converted penalty from Abdul Ismail. Here is Ganiyu, and he scores brilliantly.
The players could savor the cheers of their fan base for the first time in over 18 months, and that enabled the floodgates to become open for another, as Samuel Boateng connected beautifully to Imoro Ibrahim's cross to ignite more celebrations.
In header from the Cameroonian, and
the fans could not hide their joy as Dr. Prosperity waved off after the victory. 6 points from 2 games, 100% for the new Kotoko Gaffer.
Football has always had a place to call home in the Ashanti region, a main driver of economic activity. It has become a treasure trove that keeps pouring endless opportunities. And Kelvin Usunsa has been to Kumasi recently and reports of the economic and social impact the beautiful game has on the region.
The sheer size of football's popularity brings more than just the sporting interest to Kumasi. When the coronavirus pandemic struck, temporarily halting the football calendar, the city came to a standstill on match days. The situation became worse when the National Sports Authority Baba Yara Stadium for the past 1.5 years. Kotoko played their home matches at the Accra Sports Stadium during the wait, sucking out the football life of Kumasi. It was finally time for a homecoming, and even if there was still limited capacity due to the COVID-19 restrictions, there was still great excitement for the weekend's clash with Pichim United.
It really means big to us because we've been starved for football for the past couple of years since the pandemic, came up. So this seems to be like a big homecoming for we, the Kotoko fans, and even the Hearts fans, because we mostly have them in our midst, doing against in the stands. So it really spices up the whole place. So it really means big. It's a big homecoming for all football-loving fans, especially Kotoko fans.
It's a homecoming, homecoming. So homecoming. So they find quadro. You want some?
Yes, I do.
Give them, please. Give them for me. In my house,
yes.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes.
Cameraman, this is for you.
So as you can see, football is back in Kumasi and at the Barbara Sports Stadium. A lot is going on here. For the taxi drivers at Anloga Junction, the return of football to Kumasi and the Barbara Stadium is a boost for their business.
I be the boy baby pa because time now I'm to stadium no na a high I'm out for baby for aqua stadium. I'm a sponsor so we sign up for more about because I'm to stadium ni na Sadia ni na ehwe
enye drivers nko ya 2 minutes there it means affect obia they say there nyame na na say football as have back. Oh, Kumasi.
On Sunday, there was match day buzz in Kumasi, and the Reds made it an occasion to remember. Its rippling effect will be more evident in subsequent match days.
We stay there for a while because Kumasi Asante Kotoko's support in their home region of the Ashanti region is one every club dies for. Of the lot, the Porcupine Tertiary Group are visible and have over the years formed a core of a support base that keeps growing. And Kelvin Osunta was in the capital.
Porcupine Tertiary is one of Ghana football's emerging commanding supporters groups. Their beginnings from KNUST at the Pajo Stadium for Kotoko training matches was just a start to life for a united and resilient supporters unit. Despite few years of emergence as a group, a pilgrimage to Asante Kotoko matches is a must for any domestic football lover. Not content with simply attending matches, the group decided that the best way to show their love for the 24-time Ghana champions is their unflinching support.
Well, the motivation is to see Kumasi Asante Kotoko move from grace to grace. So we are not stopping now. We don't plan on stopping. It's Porcupine Tertiary. Every year we'll get new members to fill up. So we are not stopping now.
The most recognized supporters group of Kotoko is the Circles. Not as vociferous as this crop of young lads, they acknowledge the positive impact of the Porcupine Tertiary.
If they are in the stadium, I'm always happy. You see what they did today. They give the team morale, support and strength. So you see the players are fighting hard to win something for them.
It is not just about supporting the club, but also winning a lot of love for their most adored club. When they entertain opponents, they win additional fans.
We have Porcupine Tertiary ladies. So we have ladies. It's not just about the men. If you look behind me, you see a lot of ladies there. So we have the ladies aspect. That is the Porcupine Tertiary ladies. That is made up of mostly nurses in the tertiary institutions. So we are urging all those interested to come join the Porcupine Tertiary ladies. Then we come together with the guys and cheer the players to victory.
And they really did win new hearts. Fans from the diaspora on Sunday had no option than to join them celebrate at the stadium.
The singing is really hard, but it's like shouting, but here it's more like singing. I think the supporters have big energy and great energy, and the players on the field, they will feel it as well.
The vibe, everyone is dancing, it's crazy, we love it.
I think they move more than the players on the field, they just keep moving and moving.
They have become a visible brand in their own right, bringing life to football matches week in, week out.
Now, the Baba Sports Stadium in the Ashanti region has been given a new life, away from the ruins that was known of it in the lead up to the upgrade. There is something almost pretty about the revamping it has gone through.
This is the Kumasi Barbara Sports Stadium, the home grounds for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. The Porcupines failed to play here last season, all because the stadium was being refurbished. And as you can see, it's ready for football to be played. The seats have been fixed. They are looking bright and sharp. The pitch is ready, looking good, but the entire stadium is ready. The electronic scoreboard has also been fixed, as previously it was messed up. As you can see, the entire stadium, the roof that was leaking with broken parts has also been fixed. One of the citadels of sports in the country was closed down in February last year for renovation. After specific jobs were performed in different areas, the facility is ready. Professor Peter Chumesi is Director General of the NSA.
Although the work is not completed here, but I think that you see the inner chamber is all fully done and to allow all sporting competition to go on. So I think that we are getting very positive responses from our stakeholders, our very important stakeholders, and we are satisfied. And we know that there's going to be even mega for most of the competitions that they are going to have in the future.
Much of the quality of our country's sport and edifices lie in the maintenance culture. And to ensure that the Barbara Stadium stays one of the best in the country, Professor Chumesi says they have been provided with a maintenance manual.
His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo indicated that all such facilities, whether it's new or old, renovated, will have to come with a maintenance manual, which we have secured from the contractor. That helps us with the programs that have to be really laid down for the maintenance of the facility. So the things that we used to see previously will never happen again.
Fans of Kotoko could not hide their joy on their return.
I'm happy to be here today. It's been a while. You know, the stadium was closed, and today, opening with a match, Kotoko has made us all proud.
I'm so excited. I don't even know the words to use. The feeling is so good. You know, like it's obvious the fans were expecting this.
Champion,
This is still GPL Express here on TV3. We're back after this. Please stay with us. You're welcome back to GPL Express here on TV3 with me, Juliet Bewa. So with only 2 games played so far in the Ghana Premier League, some players have wasted no time in making their intentions clear for the season. And one of such is Accra Great Olympics player Maxwell Abekwe, and he is on the spot.
With the first goal, I was once a goalkeeper. So at that spot, far left of the goalkeeper, you could see immediately I stopped the ball. I stopped the ball. There's one defender who was trying to defend the ball, but that defender rather became a wall that was blocking the view of the goalkeeper. So immediately I have to kill the ball just right beside him and make sure I hit the top corner of the goalpost. For the second goal, what I studied or noticed was that I think the Accra Lions, their team, they always try to start attack from the back. So it's something I'm also taking critical look at them. Anytime they make mistake, I'm ready to punish them or to score. So that was exactly what the goalkeeper did. And when the pass was given to him, I think he was looking for the nearest player to give the ball to, but I think no one was showing up, so he was just confused and he didn't want to balloon the ball inside. So unfortunately for him, the ball hit our midfielder and just came to me. So there's no need for me to drive on again before I finish. He was just in front of the 18, so I just have to lob the ball in front, behind him, and that was exactly what I did. And because if I don't do it on time, he will be in the pool or he will occupy the pool, and then maybe he will save it. So with time, I have to just do it before he gets into the goal position. Okay, with the penalty, this is exactly the way I take my penalty. And then, like I said earlier on, I was once a goalkeeper. So standing just a few meters away from the ball, and how you position yourself, and how the power behind the ball won't let the keeper be able to save it. Because when you are not far behind the ball, when you are not far from the ball, and you kick it with power, definitely the keeper cannot dive at a spot to where the ball is going. But when you go far from the ball and you are coming, the keeper tries to count your steps, and sometimes when you are not careful or when you don't look at the keeper, you see him like trying to move at one particular position. But at a spot when you are looking at the keeper and just kick once, and there's a power behind it. There's no way where the keeper is standing. There's no way he can dive on the spot without counting steps and meet the ball. And when coming to, I watch you. When you take a step, I will change it. First question from Eric Kweku Minka. Well, you know, as a player, we all aspire to get to any top flight in Europe. So I think I've played for a very long time, and then I think it's about time for me to maybe take a step. So I'm just here for now. Any move that comes, then I deal with it. Adam Jr., thanks to you. And I promise to do more so that you stick to me or you keep supporting me. Focused Nation. Okay, these two clubs are very good clubs, and they are very big clubs in Ghana. I respect those two teams. All I can say is that we should hope. Whatever that comes, I just move. That's it. Abubakar MP, thank you for the good wishes you have for me, and God bless you too. Michael Yofio Apia. My natural position is center forward. I'm a typical striker. Nathan Opon Jenfi. Well, you know, he's my brother, and he's someone I miss so much because we do everything together. Moreover, we talk more of the time before a game approach. So he's someone I'm really missing, and we know how to go about before a game starts. He understands my style of play. I also understand his. We know how to communicate even if we are not talking on the field of play. So he's someone I'm really missing so much on the field of play. Okay, Benford Asari Yabua. I think Cristiano Ronaldo has been my motivation since childhood, and I'm that type of player who likes number 7 too. That number is my lucky number. I like it so much. The way he plays, the way he scores, how determined he is, and how he fights on the field of play. And you can see that type where when things are not going on the field, I go mad. So at all costs, I have to do something to win a game. Yeah, so I see myself to be a fighter like the way he also fights in the game. He always wants to, even things that people think he can't make it, is what he does. He always tries to put a smile on the fans' faces and try to shut those who criticize him. So that's exactly what I do too. This has been Maxwell Quay on the spot. Well, thank you so much for your questions. All I can say is that look up to us, especially Accra Great Olympics. We will try to put a smile on the faces of our fans. Thank you.
Warm welcome to the mining town of Obuasi, where we bring you the second league game of the Ghana Premier League between Obuasi Ashanti Gold and Karela United FC. Corner, he's been decent at left back. Swings one in. Basiru got a head on it. That's the first goal of the game. Karela's Humin Mohammed breaks the deadlock, and the Miners are down by 1-0 here at the Link Clay. Now Seth Osei. Opoku Ajiman, can he equalize? It's a goal mount clearance. Is it a goal? Did the ball cross the line?
It's given a penalty.
Penalty. Opoku Ajiman steps forward and he scores. Ash Gold back on level terms. It's 1-1 in Obuasi.
On that occasion, Accra Great Olympics, they also came back. Maxwell Abekwe the cross dealt with by Hamza. Effectual eventually from Akamenko went wide. Just went wide. They did not give up corner kick. A corner kick was on, and then goal into the net for that equalizing goal for Accra Lions. They were led by the captain on the evening, but all did not go their way. For Maxwell Abekwe, capitalized on a mistake by Apia Kubi and then got the second goal for the game. That was the mistake by the goalkeeper, and then floated straight behind him into the yawning net for Accra Olympics. And on the third occasion, it was Maxwell Abekwe from the spot getting a trick on the evening. But they shared the spoils as Accra Hearts of Oak got us underway in this game, and quickly with Kofi Koji, the mentor up front, and on this occasion he managed to get a goal through the legs. Accra Hearts of Oak ended the first half with their noses in front, went into the dressing room looking hale and hearty. That goal was scored by bulky Kofi Koji. But for West Africa Football Academy, they still came up with options, and they got back into the game through number 10, Samson Ajipong, with a careful pass from Justus Tosuche, who got his foot in there, and they buried it on the blind side of a Richard Atta. Just could not react to that.
So we are now looking ahead to match day 3 of the Ghana Premier League. Let's now take a look at what is to come this weekend. Some really interesting matches lined up for you. Asante Kotoko's fine start to the season will be tested against Bibiani Gold Stars, who are the only unbeaten newly promoted side this season. It's been a tough and rough start to the campaign for the Phobians, as they are without a win in their first 2 games. They play Aduana Stars at home. Wafa and Brokum Chelsea will make trips to the north and west respectively. So wondering how the Ghana Premier League table is looking like after match day 2, and also wondering who the goal poachers are, here is the table and the top scorers chart. A good start sees Kumasi Asante Kotoko occupying the top spot of the Ghana Premier League table with 6 points. Kemfaisa following their historic win over Aduana Stars at the Nana Ajiman Bedu Park are second with also 6 points in 2 games. Accra Great Olympics and Legon Cities make up the top 4, with newly promoted side Gold Stars sitting at the 6th position with all having 4 points. Elmina Sharks, Accra Lions and Mediama Sporting Club are at the bottom of the log with only a point. great coming your way with GPL Express here on TV3. Remember, this show remains your most trusted voice on the Ghana Premier League. My name is Juliet Bewa, and do attend a GPL match at a venue of your choice this weekend. Your favorite team needs all the support. Good night.